Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we will be discussing about introduction about SQL. What is SQL? What is the syntax of SQL? And some of the basic concepts in the SQL will be discussed in this video. Let's proceed. So what is SQL? SQL is a programming language designed to manipulate data stored in a relational database management system, which is nothing but RDBMS. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. So some people will pronounce SQL as a CQL. Actually, yes, QL. Some people pronounce SQL, some people pronounce SQL. So, but I choose to pronounce SQL. So SQL consists of uh, the below components. I would say SQL consists of following components like data definition language, we will call DDL, DML, DCL. So data manipulation language, data control language. What does that DDL means? So DDL, it mainly deals with the schema of the a table, like creating a table, modifying the existing table, like adding additional column or changing the data type of the existing column, something like that. So data manipulation language is mainly related to querying the existing table or modifying the data within the table. Like generally we use select, insert, update, delete. These are the these are the commands we use to do data manipulation within the table. Data control language, this is a mainly the administrative part, I would say. Like this data control language mainly to grant access or revoke the access of a specific users, and when it comes to security, to handle the security, like basically like who are the users to access the your database, something like that. Next, what is the syntax of the uh, SQL? So generally SQL is a declarative language. Therefore, we can read just like any other language. And then SQL statement begins with a verb, which is nothing but the action. What kind of action you are going to do against a specific a table? Like for example, you want to select data from the table, or you want to insert some data to the table, or you want to modify the data in existing table, or you want to delete some of the data from the table. So therefore we use these commands uh, uh, to perform data manipulation operations. So if you see in SQL there are some concepts like literals. So literals is nothing but, suppose if you want to mm, see the data from some specific table in your database. So if you run this, you can see all the columns and the rows existing in the employee table. So when it comes to literals, so SQL literals are case sensitive with respect to string literals. When it comes to string literals, these are case sensitive, which means that, so for example, you want to fetch specific details from the table, you should use the correct names. For example, you see first name John is there, right? John. So where first name equal to JOHN, John, right? Let's execute the query and see what other is. So you see, you are able to see the response. So we have only one record with the condition what we added. So but if you see, I changed this capital J to a small j, letter. Let's execute this query and see there is no response. So that's what it means. What does that mean? So when it comes to SQL, it's like a case sensitive with respect to string literal. So you have to pass the correct value uh, which you are looking for. The next one is keywords. So generally in SQL, all keywords are reserved words. Therefore, we should not use those uh, names. Actually, we should not use those keyword names for tables, columns, indexes, views, stored procedures, triggers, even for variable names. So these are the ones I would recommend. Please avoid using SQL keywords for especially for these um, operations. The next one is identifiers. Identifiers refers to specific objects in the database, such as again tables, columns, indexes, etc. So when it comes to identifiers, SQL is case insensitive. So that doesn't mean, that means, for example, if you see you want to fetch data from employee table, right? So you can use employee and execute it. So you are able to see the response. That doesn't mean, see, you can use couple of them capital, couple of them small, which means it's a case insensitive. For example, you want to uh, call a specific column. As you see, select first underscore name, right? This will fetch only the specific column, FIRST, sorry. See, you got first column, but let's give some capital letters, but still you are able to see. So which means identifiers are case insensitive when it comes to SQL, but whereas string literals, when it comes to SQL, these are case sensitive. So keep this in mind. So comments. So so generally in any programming language, we follow some comments, right? For example, you want to write what is this? You have to use double hyphen. So this command is used to fetch all employees. You can write like this, and you can select from there and execute. You see, there is there is no error because SQL ignores these comments. So in SQL we have to use double hyphens for a comment during the query. See, you are able to see the response. Thank you for watching. That's all for the day.